So you've secured a date with somebody over a text message, but the question is, how do you maintain that conversation via text? The technique I'm about to share with you is probably one of the most powerful things, and nobody is doing it. The goal is very simple. You want to send a message that encourages communication and gets people to respond. So how can we do this? Think about all the memes and funny images and things that you see on social media. What if, instead of sharing it on social media, you downloaded it and sent it to somebody directly? I will actually take things that have gone viral online that I know are popular amongst my friends, download it into my phone and say, oh my gosh, I just saw this, I thought you'd appreciate it, and send it to them. Now what's great is I'll try and make sure that the ones that I send are relevant to the person. If you take something that's generically funny, it doesn't work as well. But let's just say, for example, I was going to go on a coffee date with somebody because we bonded over a rare strain of coffee or exotic brewing that we like. Then what I'll do is every single funny meme that I share will be based on coffee. But I can go a step further than that. It doesn't just have to be memes. Sometimes I'll actually look for jokes or riddles or puzzles, anything still in keeping with that theme. But, word of warning, if you stick on one theme, the other person will be bored. You'll go from being an interesting person to somebody who only ever talks about coffee. And so the goal is to try and mix and match this with regular conversation as well to learn other things they like. So I have a couple of other games that I play to maintain this. The first one is I'll take pictures of myself doing things throughout my day and get them to do the same. It's not about the pictures I take of myself, it's about the pictures I receive from them. The pictures they choose to show me are pictures of things that they like and care about. And that information lets me know what memes and funny images I need to send. So if they start taking pictures of landscapes, then I know I need to start showing them pictures of landscapes. If they start showing me pictures of food, then I know that all the things I need to send to them are things to do with food. By making sure that it stays relevant and playing that one little game with them, it can really help me understand what's going on. The last thing I'll do is I'll say to somebody, what are your plans for today? And I'll send that at least once a day to somebody. What are your plans for today? Once again, they're going to outline what they're doing for the day, and all that does is give me more information of the kind of things I should joke and send to them. Within about 48 hours of meeting somebody, I've usually got 7 to 10 different topics that they like talking about or they like sharing. And now I can mix and match those and piece them together. Now, I'll often go a step further. For example, if someone tells me that their favorite TV show is Game of Thrones, for example, or The Witcher or whatever it is, I'll go and look. I have an iPhone. I'll look for iPhone stickers of those TV shows, and then I'll use those and send it to them as well, because it's an added benefit, another way to interact with their text messages. These silly things that you can find, these little gimmicks that you can find in the text message threads, gifts relating to those TV shows will all make the whole thing work better. And the last tip I can give you is remember that most communication via written text completely falls apart because it misses emotions. And so in every message you send, you really want to be using emojis to show the emotion that the text is supposed to have. So if you're trying to say something funny, make sure you put a funny emoji with it. If you're confused, use a confused emoji. Emojis are literally designed to share emotions via text. And so it's so important that you add those in because that will add that extra dynamic that will make it seem more real. If I could give you one final tip, it'd be to make sure that we escalate from texting to a phone call at some point. The way that I normally do this is I wait until the texts are coming thick and fast and I can tell we're going backwards and forwards live, as in they're actually sitting there waiting for me to text. I'll pick up the phone and phone them. Once that pace is built up, they'll normally pick up, and then I'll share a funny story or tell them something that I heard over the phone. That'll be the first thing I say, and now we're in a real conversation. Especially nowadays. Back in the 80s it was different, but nowadays we tend to only talk on the phone with people that we're dating. So as fast as possible, I want to move it from texting to phone calls because I've just moved into a different category of person. I'm not one of the random people they text. I'm one of the people that they are legitimately dating. And that is how you pick up that relationship and make it tighter. So, as long as you do this and maintain it from when you first set up the date until you go on the date, you should find that that conversation flows easily. The date is fun and easy because you have lots of topics to talk about. And then going forwards, you should find this naturally blends into a relationship.